Black Ops 6 has a secret hiding in plain sight, and it's going to change the way you think about Call of Duty forever. For months, dedicated players have been piecing together clues, and what they've discovered is nothing short of astounding. The next Warzone map is already out there, seamlessly integrated into an existing game, just waiting to be explored. But this isn't your average battle royale experience. Avalon is going to redefine the very foundation of Warzone. So get ready, because you're about to see the future of Call of Duty. And now, just 48 hours after Black Ops 6's release, we know exactly how to find it. Players have discovered that by entering private matches as a Call of Duty caster on maps like Red Card, Lowtown, and Skyline, you can use free cam to break beyond the boundaries and explore the entire Avalon landscape. While the multiplayer maps themselves are rendered in full detail, step outside those limits, and you'll find yourself in what looks like a mid-budget PS1 game. But don't let the blurry textures fool you. This rough framework reveals the massive scale of what's coming. It all started with a few glitched textures and unexplained terrain features in the latest Call of Duty title. Players immediately began speculating. Was Activision hiding something? Little did they know, this was just the tip of the iceberg. As the community dove deeper, the truth began to emerge. Data miners uncovered references to a mysterious new Warzone map called Avalon, buried within the game's files. But this wasn't just any ordinary map. The leaks suggested that Avalon was being secretly implemented, piece by piece, right under our noses. The gaming community's excitement isn't just speculation anymore. Players exploring beyond the boundaries have already started mapping out and naming locations across Avalon, and every corner of this massive map holds promise. And it is massive. It takes over a minute to cross at superhuman speeds, making it one of the largest Warzone maps ever created. The gaming community has been buzzing with excitement over the prospect of this new Warzone locale. Players are particularly thrilled by the idea of exploring familiar, fan-favorite multiplayer maps from past Call of Duty titles, reimagined and seamlessly integrated into a sprawling open-world environment. The prospect of stumbling upon a classic location like Castle or Nacht der Untoten while navigating the rolling hills and winding village streets of Avalon has fueled the imagination of veteran Call of Duty fans. One discovery has particularly excited longtime fans. Courtyard, the beloved map from 2008's World at War, has been spotted in multiple locations across Avalon. This isn't just nostalgia. It's a sign that Activision is bringing back some of the most iconic locations in Call of Duty history. The fact that Courtyard appears in different areas has led to speculation that it might even return as a standalone multiplayer map as well. However, the excitement has been tempered by some concerns over the implementation and execution of Avalon so far. While the concept of blending classic multiplayer maps into a brand new Warzone setting has generated significant buzz, there have been reports of technical issues and glitches with the partially integrated content. Avalon appears to be a breathtaking fusion of European countryside and rugged wilderness, rolling hills dotted with picturesque villages, dense forests concealing mysterious ruins, and imposing snow-capped mountains looming in the distance. It's a far cry from the gritty urban environments and desolate wastelands that have defined Warzone up to this point. This sense of place is crucial, as it not only sets the stage for some truly memorable combat encounters, but also lays the groundwork for extensive environmental storytelling. Unlike typical Call of Duty multiplayer maps that render just a small area of background scenery, Avalon reveals entire towns, landmarks, and interconnected locations stretching as far as the eye can see. This unprecedented level of scale and detail, even in its current unfinished state, hints at Activision's ambitious vision for the future of Warzone. One of the most exciting aspects of Avalon is the promise of a truly seamless blend between classic multiplayer maps and the larger Warzone experience. Imagine parachuting into a familiar location like Vacant or Rust, only to find that the environment has been expanded and transformed, offering new vantage points, flanking routes, and hidden secrets to discover. This level of integration could breathe new life into beloved multiplayer arenas, allowing players to experience them in a whole new way. The technical achievement of implementing such a massive map cannot be understated. Early analysis of the discovered areas suggests that Avalon will introduce new movement mechanics to accommodate its varied terrain. Players have spotted what appear to be climbing anchors, zipline attachments, and even potential hang-gliding launch points scattered throughout the landscape. These features could fundamentally change how players traverse the battlefield, adding new layers of strategic depth to both combat and exploration. It's not just the geographical integration that has players buzzing buzzing either. Rumors suggest that Avalon will feature dynamic environmental events that will shake up the battlefield in unpredictable ways. Perhaps a sudden blizzard sweeps through the mountains, forcing players to adapt their tactics and seek shelter. Or maybe a raging forest fire forces a mad dash to escape the inferno. These kinds of emergent gameplay moments have the potential to make each match in Avalon feel truly unique and memorable. The community's detective work has already uncovered numerous Easter eggs and references scattered throughout the current maps, suggesting deeper connections to the Call of Duty universe than initially apparent. Players have identified what appear to be deliberately placed clues, mysterious coordinates scrawled on walls, cryptic radio transmissions, and even QR codes hidden in the most unlikely places. These breadcrumbs have led to intense speculation about potential storyline connections between Avalon and previous Call of Duty campaigns. What's particularly intriguing is how Activision seems to be laying the groundwork for a more interconnected narrative set experience. The discovery of vintage World War II equipment alongside modern military hardware hints at a potential temporal aspect to Avalon's story. Could we be seeing the first hints of a time-traveling narrative that connects different eras of Call of Duty history? The possibilities are endless, and the community's imagination is running wild with theories. Of course, as with any major leak, there's still a fair amount of speculation and uncertainty surrounding the full extent of Avalon's features and content. But one thing is clear, Activision has truly set the bar high with this ambitious new Warzone map by seamlessly integrating it into an existing title. They've not only generated massive hype and anticipation, but they've also given players a tantalizing preview of what's to come. While some players might be disappointed to learn that the rumored remastered version of Verdansk won't arrive until spring 2025, Avalon promises to be the most visually striking battleground since Al-Mazrah. The current implementation we can explore in Black Ops 6, with its low-resolution textures and basic geometry, is just the foundation for what's coming. The implications of Avalon go beyond just the map itself. This integrated approach to content delivery could signal a shift in how Activision approaches the ongoing evolution of the Call of Duty franchise. Instead of relying on traditional DLC models or standalone sequels, the publisher may be exploring new ways to seamlessly expand and update existing games with substantial new content. Imagine a future where each new Call of Duty release isn't just a complete overhaul, but rather a dynamic, ever-evolving platform that grows and changes over time. Avalon could be the first step in that direction, paving the way for a new era of live service gaming within the Call of Duty ecosystem. This kind of approach has the potential to offer players a more cohesive and consistent experience, where their progress, purchases, and attachments carry over between iterations. It could also allow Activision to more efficiently allocate resources, focusing on iterative improvements and content updates, rather than building entirely new games from the ground up. The evidence is already there for anyone willing to look. Beyond the boundaries of maps like Red Card and Lowtown, sharp-eyed players have spotted countless points of interest waiting to be fully realized. Each location tells its own story. A golf course that might become a sniper's paradise, a mysterious pier stretching into the distance, imposing bridges that could host epic firefights, and mountains that promise vertical gameplay unlike anything we've seen in Warzone before. Of course, this vision is not without its challenges. Maintaining a single, ever-evolving platform will require a significant investment in ongoing support and content development. Activision will need to strike a delicate balance between keeping the gameplay fresh and exciting, and while also ensuring that the underlying systems and mechanics remain stable and accessible to both new and veteran players. Additionally, there are concerns about the potential for microtransactions and monetization strategies to become more intrusive in a live service model. Players will be rightfully wary of any moves that compromise the gameplay experience in the name of monetization. Another key factor will be the continued support and evolution of Avalon over time. A static map, no matter how impressive, will eventually grow stale. Activision will need to regularly introduce new areas to explore, dynamic events to experience, and compelling narrative threads to follow. The goal should be to create a living, breathing world that continuously offers fresh challenges and surprises for players. So what does all of this mean for the future of Warzone and Call of Duty as a whole? Well, if the leaks are to be believed, it seems like Activision is gearing up to deliver the most ambitious and content-rich battle royale experience yet. With a massive new map, classic multiplayer locations, dynamic environmental events, and endless secrets to uncover, there's never been a better time to be a Call of Duty fan. As we eagerly await official confirmation from Activision, one thing is certain: the discovery of Avalon represents more than just a new map. It's a glimpse into the future of gaming, where the lines between different game modes blur and where every match tells a story. The gaming community's collective detective work has unveiled something truly special, and we're all watching with bated breath to see what secrets Avalon will reveal next. The future of Call of Duty is about to be revealed, and it's going to be unlike anything you've ever seen before. This new Warzone map, Avalon, is hiding in plain sight, just waiting to be discovered. But what other surprises does Activision have in store? Stay tuned, because the gaming landscape is about to be transformed forever.